eyes are heavy blue, one to love and one to lose. Sweet divine, the heavy truth, water or wine, don't make me choose. I wanna feel the way that we did that summer night. Drunk on a feeling, alone with the stars in the sky. I've been running through the jungle, I've been running with the wolves to get to you, to get to you. I've been down the darkest alleys on the dark side of the moon to get to you, to get to you. I look for love and every stranger took too much easy anger, all for you, yeah, all for you. I've been running through the jungle, I've been crying with the wolves to get to you, to get to you. Your fingertips trace my skin to places I have never been. Blindly I am following, break down these walls and come on in. I wanna feel the way that we did that summer night. Drunk on a feeling, alone with the stars in the sky. I've been running through the jungle, I've been running with the wolves to get to you, to get to you. I've been down the darkest alleys on the dark side of the moon to get to you, to get to you. I look for love and every stranger took too much easy anger, all for you, yeah, all for you. I've been running through the jungle, I've been crying with the wolves to get to you, to get to you, to get to you.
I've done my sentence, but committed no crime. And bad mistakes, I've made a few. I've had my shells and kicked in my face, but I've come through. I need to go on. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. No time for losers, 'cause we are the champions of the world. I've taken my bows and my curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. I thank you all, but it's been no bed of roses, no pleasure cruise. I consider it a challenge before the whole human race, and I ain't gonna lose. I need to go on. We are the champions, my friends, and we'll keep on fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the
1 week removed from madness at the Mullet, and Arizona State returns home tonight after a successful weekend in San Diego. The Sun Devils soaked up the sun and soaked up the Rays. They return home tonight to Oceanside Ice Arena for a rematch with their pesky neighbors from the South. The Sun Devils look to remain red hot as their push for Boston continues. Arizona State takes on the University of Arizona up next on ASU ACHA Hockey U2. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Oceanside Ice Arena. My name is Niall Cooper. You just heard the anthems, and we are just about ready to drop the puck here at the Sun Devils' usual barn, although there is a little bit of a delay as the moorings for the net not quite able to be put in place. The crew here doing a little bit of work to open those up and get things ready. As you know, both teams are itching to get out on the ice tonight. The University of Arizona looking to avenge a tough overtime loss a week ago at Mullet Arena, right off the campus of Arizona State. The Sun Devils, meanwhile, were feeling great after that win, and they decided to keep the gravy train rolling as they headed down to San Diego and beat down on the Aztecs 12-2 and 8-3 respectfully over the weekend on Friday and Saturday. The Sun Devils padded the stats, and they're looking to come in tonight and pad a nice little run that they're on as the Sun Devils continue to be right on the edge of the bubble for nationals with only a handful of weekends left in the season. The Sun Devils are doing everything they can to make that push in a tough WCHL to try and get a bid to Boston. The work continues right now on the moorings between the nets. We have a nice crowd on attendance tonight at Oceanside Ice Arena. Some early arrivals from down south in Tucson, lots of red sweaters pouring in the building early. A nice contingent of Arizona State fans showing up late, as they must have had a little inside info tonight on the slight delay we would encounter. The net to my left for the University of Arizona looks to be repaired and ready to go as they finish off the Arizona State net. A good chance to let you know the starting goaltenders for tonight's matchup. To the left of your YouTube screen, between the pipes here for the University of Arizona will be once again number 35, Nolan Bivilsic. Bivilsic between the pipes for Arizona a week ago, and he had won the first 3 games of the year for the Wildcats against Arizona State before losing a tough one in overtime. Brendan Studioso with the game winner a week ago today. And to your right tonight between the pipes for Arizona State will be number 30, Eric Garber, also in the net once again after the win a week ago at Mullet Arena. Eric Garber 9-6 on the season. He did not see any action on the trip down to San Diego. He got to kick back and take in the sun, as it was Dawson Rodine between the pipes for Arizona State, getting both of those big victories southwest of where we are tonight here in Tempe. Garber sporting a nice .909 save percentage on the year, as he's become a little bit of a workhorse for head coach Austin Klein down the stretch. You can feel the excitement in the air, the student section enjoying some Neil Diamond as we get ready for this game. Looks like the crew has finished off repairing the nets, and there should be nothing holding us back here from dropping the puck at Oceanside Ice Arena. The top lines for both teams out. Damon Porter will be taking the face-off for Arizona State. In the circle for the University of Arizona will be Brody Selman. And we are underway in Tempe, Arizona, between the University of Arizona and Arizona State. Wildcats with the puck early. They'll push it ahead, up the wing, through the middle, and they'll tip it in. Behind the defense goes Malco. Malco wanted to backhand that one towards the middle. He takes a hard ride from Olsen back to the point. Deflection. That goes just past the net. Giving chase in the corner, Lowell for the University of Arizona. Lackey, a nice drop pass, and Arizona State comes back the other way. Tillman across the blue line, stops up, looks for a wrister. That one goes whistling wide. Porter gives chase for Arizona State. In the skates of Selman, and Olsen now from center ice will throw that one on net, played by Bivilsic, and we'll get a quick change. The Wildcats push it through the middle, some nice touch passing. Noah Vance trying to dig it out of his skates as he waits for reinforcements. Heavy stick by Vance keeps the play alive. A turnover by Arizona State. Coming in the corner now is Myers. Myers works it out of the corner, walks in the middle, wrists one. That one deflects off a stick and up into the netting for our first stoppage of the night. Offensive zone draw here for the University of Arizona. Braden Shaw on the half wall. He can't pick the puck up. Plurd comes in now to help him out. Shaw soccers it ahead. And here comes Studioso. Studioso, a hat trick a week ago. He'll backhand that one into the corner. Plurd will give chase. Couldn't get there first. Kept alive at the point. Back on the stick of Plurd. He goes up to Kruk at the point. Kruk wrists one. That one blocked by Josh Lusby. And the Wildcats will chip it out. Studioso back on it across the blue line. The puck bouncing a little bit here tonight. Not quite the same ice at Mullet Arena. And Arizona State will dump that one in. Bivlicic comes out to play it. Wildcats sauce one through the neutral. Some nice touch on that pass, and almost corralling it was Ziegler. Schultz picks that up, rips it all the way down the ice for Arizona State. Not much in the way of offense early on in this game. Timor wants to change that for the Wildcats. Timor galloping through the neutral. On his strong side, he'll go behind the net. Still on it. Timor passes it back up to the point. Fritz throws one. That one blocked down. Timor trying to collect it. And Arizona State can push it into the neutral zone where Schultz will skate it ahead. Schultz across the blue line, blocked into the corner. Arizona State still looking to get something going. The Wildcats doing a good job covering up the passing lanes and getting in front of shots. Marchand at the point. Dips and dodges, dives, rips one, and that one blocked up into the netting. And we'll have a stoppage with 17:22 remaining. Sun Devils go for the last change here as the home side. Offensive zone draw forthcoming. And Hosworth in the circle for Arizona State. Wildcats, however, will get that puck skated ahead. Chipping it behind Kruk was number 12, Matthew Marquis. Marquis giving chase. The Sun Devils a little slow to move it behind their net. Keller wanted to switch that one all the way to the far wing. The pass a little stray, and the Wildcats come right back. Cosden through the middle. He gets separated from the puck. Kruk on it now. A nice little no-look backhand from him finds Wyatt Palmer. Palmer through the middle to Keller. That one just off the edge of his stick, and that should go for an icing. Cold night here at Oceanside Ice Arena. Similarly, it was relatively cold at Mullet Arena, more so than most people thought it would be. Although a good crowd was on hand for that one, and what a show they had in store for them. Little did we know the way that would end. Kruk off the glass, looks to send it down, deflected off a Wildcat glove, and Bivlicic will rip it around as the Sun Devils get a change. Tillman wanted to squeeze the wall. Across the blue line now with the puck, almost getting something dangerous going with Selman. That was sticked away at the last second, and we have a hand pass which will come all the way back into the Wildcat end. Porter leans in. And now in the neutral zone, Marchand. He wanted a quick up pass to Porter. That puck bounced a little. Porter couldn't reach it. Olsen hacking away at it defensively. Wildcats bringing it across the blue line. Selman to Malco, and that puck pushed away. Arizona State calling for too many men on what was a slightly late change by the Wildcats. The referee's not quite that ticky-tacky yet with the calls. Lackey, a little touch pass, and that one goes up into the stands, just avoiding the patrons. Only one shot on goal so far in this game. A little bit different from the contest we saw a week ago, as both teams for the majority of the game at Mullet seem to be playing for the win up until the last few minutes. Right now you can tell both teams in what is so far a cagey affair, just trying to control the pace of play. Plurd couldn't get a stick on that. No icing, that got waved off. Some touch passes from the Wildcats, keeping it alive is Myers. He'll skate across the blue line. Myers on the left wing, trying to push it in front of the middle, and they score! A nice pass from Myers finds Josh Lusby, and a touch deflection from him goes top shelf. It's 1-0 Wildcats. The Wildcats with some nice passing to get out of their defensive end. They kept what was a bouncing puck alive through the neutral zone, and Myers single-handedly dragged that one all the way down the left wing before making a nice pass to the front of the net. Myers wanted some more down the wing, turned over. Kylie Ram skates it the other way. Kylie Ram up to Schultz with speed across the blue line. Schultz throws one in the middle. Kylie Ram couldn't get his stick on it. Kruk keeps it alive, and he'll send it down low. Schultz behind the net, settles the puck down, finds Kruk. Kruk elects to go high to low and throws it down below the net. Phillips was on it. Kylie Ram back up to the point now. Kylie Ram bobs his head, gets it to the point. Shot through traffic deflected. That comes back to Kruk. He'll step up and try to throw one down low. Picked up by the Wildcat defense. In the corner boards, that one swung back around. Hedgecoke on it. He takes a hard ride, and it's back up to Phillips. Rather Palmer that was. He ripped one through traffic, gets knocked down, and a tired Sun Devil group will go to the bench for the change. Palmer activates in the neutral zone to create a turnover, and he'll only get it as far as the blue line. Porter on it, across the blue line. Porter looks for a wrister, and Bivelsick makes the save. Porter, another win in the circle, back to the point. That one just kept in, inches away from going out of the zone. Porter taking a hard ride behind the net. He'll collect it. He goes low to high. A shot just whistling wide of the net. Activating from the point is DeBolt. He'll try to throw it down low, just out of the reach of Porter and Tillman. A chip pass, and here come the Wildcats. Some nice moves through the neutral zone. They gain entry. Ziegler down low, protecting the puck. He'll go behind the net to Fritz. Fritz swings it all the way around to Timor. He'll protect, swing it back up to the point. Through traffic, that shot gloved down by Garber. And he makes a big save. Right now, the Wildcats getting some really good zone entries against the Sun Devils. You can see the skill and the speed on display, as well as the continuity from this group that shows a lot of chemistry, as the Wildcats have really seemed to find their form over the last several months of this season. Porter once again wins the draw, as he's looked red hot in the circle for Arizona State. DeBolt tries to glance one off the glass. Wildcats, however, seal that, and they'll keep it alive down low. Tillman wants to break Arizona State out now. The captain Lackey pushes it up. DeBolt gains the red. He wanted to dump that in. A delayed offsides now on Arizona State, and they'll have to tag up. Sun Devil teammate zigging when they should be zagging, as Arizona State wants to find some form. Tillman on a turnover has a chance here to get things going. He finds Plurd. Plurd on his backhand wanted to throw one to the middle. He didn't see Marchand coming in late. Marchand wanted that puck. Braden Shaw down low, giving chase for Arizona State. Olsen steps up at the blue line, and Marchand will take possession of that puck. Studioso with his head up. A nice touch pass to Shaw. Shaw across the blue line. He'll pivot. Wanted to get one in front, blocked away. Shaw back up to the blue line. Marchand walks one in, feeds it over for the one-timer, and that goes whistling just high. Olsen keeps it alive at the blue line. He'll throw it down low. That one catches some netting, and that should be a neutral zone draw. Braden Shaw with some nice moves down low to keep the play alive. Marchand, you know he's got an eye for the puck. A lot of offensive touch in that man. And he had a nice pass for that one-timer on the half wall. Studioso would love to find that scoring touch once again for Arizona State. He'll go to the bench for a change. With some speed, pushing it ahead now is number 13, Matthew Hull. Hull, one of the veteran blue liners for this Wildcats team, started the game tonight. You know he's an anchor for Chad Berman's squad. Every night he steps on the ice. Olsen, a quick play out of his skates, gets it ahead. Keller now through the neutral zone with speed. Keller, backhand, forehand, the shot. That one goes up over the net. Keller's still on it. He'll send it back to Marchand through traffic. Nobody able to get a deflection on it. Hosworth gives chase. The defenseman playing forward tonight finds Marchand. Marchand rips one, and Bivelsic makes the save. An active stick defensively by the U of A defenseman kept Marchand from getting everything he wanted on that shot. Credit to Bivelsic. He's had to make a couple saves, and when he's needed to be there for the University of Arizona, he has been. Porter leans in, and this time the Wildcats win the draw. On the half wall, Malco, he'll fire one up. That takes a funny deflection off of the heating lamp above the patrons here tonight. And what that will equate is another offensive zone draw for Arizona State. This time will be on Porter's weak side. As the center, that always means a slight disadvantage. Strong side, meanwhile, for the University of Arizona centerman, Selman. Kate Olsen, a nice stick lift in the neutral zone, prevented a 2-on-1, as that was Ryan Malco with speed for the University of Arizona coming the other way. Up into the netting, that will be another stoppage and another offensive zone draw coming up for Arizona State. Sun Devils getting a partial change behind the play. A new set of defensemen. The forwards remain the same. Porter once again will lean in against Selman. We'll call that one a tie, and here come the Wildcats. Malco across the blue line. He'll softly put one on, and Garber kicks that in the corner. Palmer lifts the stick for Arizona State. Second effort, Palmer on it again. He'll look to just slide up the half wall, and he does. Clayton Lackey with speed and space. He's moving. Lackey across the blue line. Drops it to Tillman. He'll sauce one towards the net. Lackey didn't see that one coming. Tillman back on it now. Tillman down low to Lackey. Lackey operating against Shively. He'll swing it up to Tillman. Tillman with two Wildcats on him. Gets it to the point. That one thrown on net. Blockered away by Bivelsic. Malco down low. Sends it back to his D partner. Shively switches it off. And the Wildcats will send that one all the way down the ice. And some beautiful spin on that shot. A Rory McIlroy 9-iron finds its way to Garber, and he'll have to play it. The Wildcats get a change. Tillman trying to apply the pressure. Some nice moves thrown in front by Lowell. Vance on the half wall, operating against two Sun Devils. He'll get a little bit of help. Coming in now is Lusby, the goal scorer. Physical along the half wall, U of A is. They get it back to Shively. To Timor. Timor rips one, laying out to block it is Palmer. That one stung. Still on it now is Shively. Into the middle, Vance throws one on. Blockered away by Garber. Shaw has the puck, a chance to clear it now. Shaw can't get it. Palmer gets up and lays a check. A big shift from Wyatt Palmer for Arizona State. And he'll go to the bench now, deserving of a change. Down low, a hard check laid on Shaw. None worse for the wear, but he can't find the puck. The Wildcats will be able to skate it ahead. Timor moving his skates across the blue line. He'll bob and weave. He'll swing it up top. That one thrown on. Garber, no problem there. That shot from Fritz. Fritz takes a hard check down low. Thrown in front by Ziegler. No one there for the U of A. And Arizona State can clear it as far as the neutral zone. The pace picking up a little bit here at Oceanside Ice Arena. 9 minutes and change remaining. Studioso can't knock down that Hail Mary. No icing. Overland will swing it around. On it now is Hull. Hull slows things down for the Wildcats. He'll fake to his right. He'll fake to his left. Now he goes up to half wall. U of A trying to get it out. A turnover now at the blue line. Phillips looking for the shot. And an active stick from Hull slows down Phillips. He can't get that one on net. Backhanded from the point. The Wildcats will be able to push that one to the neutral zone. Across the blue line, Ram with a little touch chip in the corner. He'll lift the stick. First one there He'll slash away at that one, and Bivelsic forced to cover. Arizona with 7 shots on net so far. Arizona State only with 4, as they're slowly starting to find a little bit of a rhythm as of late. You have to credit University of Arizona as they continue to make things challenging defensively. Blocked, now Marchand on it. He'll chip that one down low in the corner. Franklin seals it on the half wall, gets some help from Keller. Keller operating down low. He wanted Hosworth in front of the net, blocked away. Kept alive at the point by Olsen. He'll elect to just rip that one down low. Franklin will step up, trying to slow things down for U of A. They softly can chip that one in the neutral zone. Tripping over the red line, but now skating it in is number 6, Fisher. Fisher takes a hard ride from Marchand. He gets some help. Franklin steps in for Arizona State, separates man from puck. And the Sun Devils can chip that one off the glass, and that will go all the way down. No icing, as Bivelsic touches it over to Timor, and Arizona State goes for a change. Timor loves to push it ahead, and here he comes down the left wing. Drop pass thrown in front. That one whistles just wide. Tillman wants to protect and skate it ahead. He'll swing it all the way opposite to Lackey. Lackey's got acres of space in front of him. Back door, and that just off the stick of Damon Porter. Couldn't get the shot off. A heads-up pass by Lackey, just barely missing the mark. Back the other way, Arizona. A quick shot, they score! A beautiful wrister from Jesse Lowell, and the leading point getter for University of Arizona adds another one to his ledger. It's 2-0 Wildcats. And Arizona State inches away from getting a backdoor tap in from Damon Porter. The puck just jumping over the blade of his stick. University of Arizona comes right back the other way, and Lowell makes no mistake. And the Wildcats off to a nice 2-0 start. Myers slowed it down on the half wall. Vance now with speed. Vance takes it to the net, and he'll get tripped up by Palmer. That will be a penalty. And a Wildcat team that has all the momentum will have a beautiful chance afforded to them here to go up 3-0 on the special teams. Standing above the Arizona State bench, things are ominously quiet down here as the energy has drastically turned. What will be a pivotal moment here, potentially in this first period and game, is this power play for the University of Arizona, as they have a chance to go up 3-0 in ASU's barn. Arizona State a chance here to prove that this game is far from over and gain a little bit of momentum themselves. Timor will drop it with speed through the neutral. Chioka, he'll play it ahead. A 3-on-1 here for U of A. Myers into the middle, they score! Myers, a beautiful touch pass after a quick zone entry, led to a 3-on-1. And making no mistake there was Brody Selman, the assistant captain for the Wildcats. And University of Arizona up 3-0 with 6 minutes and change still remaining here in the first period. Student section clamoring for Arizona State to find something to cheer about here, as it's all Wildcats early in Tempe. You knew Arizona was going to come out with a vengeance after just losing a tough one last week, and come out strong they have. Shaw down low for Arizona State, wants to get something going. He'll make a move to the middle, and Shaw drawing a penalty against Arizona. A glimmer of hope here emerging for Arizona State, as they'll get their own chance now on the power play. Braden Shaw, a unique combination of size, speed, and skill for Arizona State. Not quite the offensive domination that you had hoped he would have this season after showing some great signs last year. But taking things into his own hands right there. Number 22 for Arizona State, earning a power play opportunity, and he'll stay on the ice. As Studioso leans in for the Sun Devils. Shaw down low in the corner, wants to dig it out. Studioso gets that puck. He'll send it back up high. Marchand on it now. He'll slide it across the blue line, and that puck just getting out. Lackey could not keep it in. Sun Devils will restart from the neutral zone. Marchand swings it to his right. He'll skate it in single-handedly. Marchand down low. He has the attention of two Wildcats, and he'll swing it all the way around. Tillman stepping in down low. Palmer lets it go back to Studioso. Studioso to Palmer. Palmer pirouettes in the corner. Back to Studioso. He'll swing it across the one-timer through traffic. That one going wide of the net, and U of A will send it all the way down. A booming shot from the point goes whistling just wide off the stick of Marchand. Marchand will skate it ahead now. A drop pass to Studioso, a little behind him. He'll push it ahead. Studioso across the red line. And that drop pass to Olsen off of the skate of a Wildcat. That looked to be Will Josephson making some defensive efforts, getting in the passing lane. And Arizona State down to 45 seconds remaining on this power play. Elliott Plurd through the middle. He'll chip it in the corner. Olsen can't get there. Kruk seals the wall. He'll take a hard check. And here come the Wildcats. Maybe a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Across the blue line. Josephson over, and just losing possession of the puck was Matthew Hull. Hull wanted to slide that one back to Josephson. And if he could have, Josephson would have had a wide open 4x6 to bang that one into. The choppy ice at Oceanside helping out Arizona State a little bit at the tail end of this power play. Plurd single-handedly will skate it in. He throws it on net. Bivelsick can't collect it. Loose in front of net, chopping away at it as Sun Devil forwards. And we'll have a stoppage as things get a little bit physical in front of the net. One second remaining on the penalty against the University of Arizona. Referee giving instructions to Connor Kruk and the Arizona State bench. You see Young sitting way back for Arizona State as they're guarding against a potential Hail Mary pass. Sun Devils win the drop. Ripping one from the point. Number 14, DeBolt. That one goes whistling high and wide. Back to even strength now. Stepping into the blue line and collecting it is Schultz. DeBolt has a chance to dump it in now. He'll throw it on to Bivelsick. Schultz can't slow it down, and the Wildcats come back the other way. Timor down the wing, through the middle. Marquis still on it. He'll go down low as it's picked up by Cosden. Cosden and Marquis switch spots as they try to dig it out. Skating it ahead now. Young, he'll backhand one. Schultz gloves it down. Had a little trouble with it. The Sun Devils in the midst of a change, and DeBolt now will have to skate it up and rip that one as he gains the red line. Palmer on the blue line. Gets his feet moving, finds Porter. Porter rips one. And that one goes up into the netting. As I believe it was Ryan Fisher defensively for Arizona getting a stick on that shooting attempt. Fresh puck being collected here from the penalty box. Certainly could be used here as the ice is a little bit choppy. We always like some cold rubber on the ice. Don't worry, the comments are moderated tonight, folks. That one kept in, tipped in front, going just wide of the net. Wildcats trying to get it out, kept alive at the point by Tillman for Arizona State. 3 Wildcats come in, and they'll dig the puck out. Tillman and Porter applying the pressure. Blocked down, gaining entry now of the Wildcats. That pass a little bit too hard from Malco as he wanted to find a trailer. And the Wildcats now will just send this one into the corner. Kruk, a nice reversal. And with 2 minutes left here in the first period, Arizona State would like a little bit of offense, a good chance, just a little bit of momentum to take into the next period. Kruk just gained the red line, dumped that one in the corner. No one there for Arizona State. And here come the Wildcats with speed. Vance across the blue line, into the middle. That one thrown in front, a deflection, and they score! Vance looking for the pass in front that looked like it deflected off of Marchand's stick, taking a funny bounce over the right pad of Garber. And just like that, it's 4-0 Wildcats. The dream first period for the University of Arizona continues as the bounces continue to go their way, not for a lack of effort, as they are continuing to apply the pressure. The zone entries have been great, the passing has been crisp, and the finishing has been top tier for the Wildcats. Sun Devils digging themselves a big early hole here tonight. Marchand at the point, thought about stepping up to keep it alive. He'll push it up to Studioso, who finds Plurd across the blue line. Plurd, he'll rip one, blocked, and the Wildcats back on it. That was Christopher Hedgecoke, a nice block by him. Studioso with the puck. He'll switch it over to Olsen. No shooting lane, so Olsen will send it down low. Plurd trying to backhand it in front. Hedgecoke will swing it all the way up the wing. With speed, Josephson, he'll chip it ahead, and that one will find the Arizona State bench. Off the draw, Porter wins it. DeBolt now surveys the scene. He'll find his D partner. The Sun Devils will get that one down the ice. Porter and Tillman giving chase. Swung up the half wall. Lackey absorbs a check. Kept alive. Thrown in front. Settled down. Lackey back on it. That one deflects up into the netting. This Wildcats team has been on top of it defensively so far in this first period. I cannot think of one grade A scoring opportunity the Sun Devils have had on a clear shot, as the Wildcats have been getting in the shooting lanes all period long. Sun Devils win the draw. That one thrown behind the net. Tillman walks it in the middle. He'll throw it up high. Still alive, stepping in, ripping one, and Bivelsick gets his blocker up on that as Porter was providing the screen in front of the net. .1 here remaining. Offensive zone draw coming up for Arizona State. Porter waits for the linesman to prepare. Linesman's ready. Porter's ready. The Sun Devils win it. Back to the point. Stopping up, throwing it down low. Porter reversed it. Nobody there, though. And the Wildcats can send that one to the neutral zone. And the final seconds will tick off here in what was an eventful period. Opening the game, the University of Arizona Wildcats put 4 past the Sun Devils and Eric Garber. And a distraught Sun Devil team will walk back to the locker room and look to collect themselves and come back as they are down 4 early in their home barn. University of Arizona Wildcats 4, Arizona State Sun Devils 0. We will be back for the second period action in a quick 15 minutes here on ASU ACHA Hockey YouTube.
Hello out there, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension grows, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go insane. Someone roars, Bobby scores at the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Second period, where players dash with skates aflash, the home team trails behind, but they grab the puck and go bursting up and they're down across the line. They storm the crease like bumblebees, they travel like a burning flame. We see them slide the puck inside, it's a 1-1 hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Third period, last game in the playoffs too. Oh, take me where the hockey players face off down the rink, and the Stanley Cup is all filled up for the champs who win the drink. Now the final flick of a hockey stick and a one gigantic scream. The puck is in, the home team wins the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game. Oh, the good old hockey game is the best game you can name. And the best game you can name is the good old hockey game.
Welcome to your life. There's no turning back. Even while we sleep, we will find you acting on your best behavior. Turn your back on Mother Nature. Everybody wants to rule the world. It's my own design. It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the world. There's a room where the light won't find you. Holding hands while the walls come tumbling down. When they do, I'll be right behind you. So glad we've almost made it. So sad they had to fade it. Everybody wants to rule the world. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want them to turn black.
I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes.
I see a line of cars and they are painted black, with flowers and my love both never to come back.
I see people turn their heads and quickly look away. Like a newborn baby, it just happens every day.
I look inside neglect. I see my red door, I must have it into black.
Maybe then I'll fade away and not have to face the facts. It's not easy facing up when your whole world is black.
No more will my green seagull turn a deeper blue. I could not foresee this thing happening to you.
If I look hard enough into the setting sun, my love will laugh with me before the morning.
I see your dirty face hide behind your collar. What is done in vain? Truth is hard to swallow, so you pray to God to justify the way you live a lie, live a lie, live a lie. And you take your time, and you do your crime. Well, you made your bed, I made mine. Because when I arrive, I bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher. What this is, forgot. I must now remind you. Let it rock, let it rock, let it rock. Now the son's disgraced. He who knew his father when he cursed his name turned and chased the dollar, but it broke his heart. So he stuck his middle finger to the world, to the world, to the world. And you take your time, and you stand in line where you'll get what's yours. I got mine. Because when I arrive, I'll bring the fire, make you come alive. I can take you higher. What this is, forgot. I must now remind you. Let it rock, let it rock, let it rock. Yeah, Wayne's World, Planet Rock, panties drop, and the top. And she gon' rock till the camera stop. I sing about angels like Angel Eye, rock, and Pay My Life, rock, and Samadai, and Amanda, and Tamara. Wow, I'm in here like twist up, mechanic me. I can fix you up, I can you up, I can get down. Shout if you could go wherever, just pick the town. And my jewelry is louder than an engine sound. Big egg rocks like on the ground. Dirty like socks that's on the ground. We say, because when I arrive, I'll bring the fire, make you come alive.
Cause you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. Cause you're a sky full of stars. Cause you light up the park. I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. 'Cause in the sky full of stars, I think I saw you. get lighter, the more it gets dark. I'm gonna give you my heart. Oh, I don't care, go on and tear me apart. I don't care if you do. Cause in a sky full of stars, I think I see you. I think I see you. Hear the sound of the falling rain, coming down like an Armageddon flame. The shame, the ones who died without a name. Hear the dogs howling out of key to a hymn called faith and misery, and plead the company lost the war and dead. I beg to dream and differ from the hollow eyes. It says the dawning of the rest of our lives on holiday. If the drum pounded out of time, another protester has crossed the line to find the money's on the other side. Can I get another amen? There's a flag wrapped around a score of men, a gag, a plastic bag on a monument. I beg to dream and differ from the hollow eyes. It says the dawning of the rest of our lives on holiday. Hey!
One week removed from madness at the Mullet, and Arizona State returns home tonight after a successful weekend in San Diego. The Sun Devils soaked up the sun and soaked up the Rays. They return home tonight to Oceanside Ice Arena for a rematch with their pesky neighbors from the South. The Sun Devils look to remain red hot as their push for Boston continues. Arizona State takes on the University of Arizona up next on ASU ACHA Hockey U2. Welcome back in, folks, to Oceanside Ice Arena as we get set for what will surely be an interesting second period. The University of Arizona coming out hot and keeping the pressure on throughout the first period, walking into the intermission with a 4-0 lead here at Oceanside Ice Arena. Arizona State looking to claw their way back into the game. And we all know that will start with one goal. Garber will glove that one down. As the fans have stuck around here through the cold, frigid temperatures of Oceanside Ice Arena, hoping and praying to see their heroes step up here and get things turned around. It's Porter's line early on the ice for head coach Austin Klein. The line that opened the game for Arizona State, as that was Porter, Lackey, and Tillman. Started the first, and they will start the second. The University of Arizona coming into tonight after dropping in the rankings just ever so slightly, going from 14 to 16. And that puts them in a little bit of a danger area in their chase to nationals. Garber will come way out to chase that puck down, kept it at the blue line. Walking it in, ripping one just wide of the net was the captain, Lowell. Lowell with a goal tonight. Has been all over the ice, as have many of his teammates. Lowell, a nice turnover there in the slot. Malco couldn't quite handle it. And that'll go all the way down the ice. Lackey gives chase for Arizona State. The Sun Devils, a late change. Here come the Wildcats across the blue line. Vance looks for the drop, stepping in, pushing it towards the net. Wide open on the back post was Myers. That pass just out of his reach. Plurd with speed the other way. Stops up. One-timer in the slot. Push back towards the net. Loose in front. And Arizona can move it ahead. A hip check by Marchand. The fans love that. Marchand coming back on defense. He'll lay another hard check. Marchand all over the ice for Arizona State right now. That shot, blockered away by Garber. Back up to the point. Chioka will elect to send it down low. Studioso gets physical on the half wall. Vance emerges with it. Vance wants to push it towards the net. A great save by Garber on the one-timer by Myers. Back up to the point, thrown down. That puck ski balls its way back towards the net. Kept alive. Thrown down low. Chasing after it is Chioka for Arizona. Vance slows things down. He'll throw one through the middle. No one there, but Marchand for Arizona State. And Shaw can push that one off the glass up into the netting. Both teams allowed a change after that puck that's thrown up into the very low ceiling here at Oceanside. Wildcats win that draw. Keeping alive at the point temporarily was Shively. That puck will be played on an offsides, however. As the PA announcer slash DJ tonight, trying to instill a little bit of hope into this team. See if Arizona State can get right back to where it started from. DeBolt down low, gets his head up. He'll swing it all the way around to Kylie Ram. He'll take a check. Turnover now. Wildcats back the other way, and Timor will have to push it ahead for University of Arizona. A nice glove down by Shively. Shively back on it. He'll walk the blue line. Drop pass. No shooting lane. So Fritz will throw it down low. Palmer reverses it. And now Kylie Ram pushing it up the wing. He's got a man with speed. Schultz was going in behind the defense, and Shively knocked that pass down. The defense for the University of Arizona tonight doing a great job blocking shots and blocking passes. Schultz through the neutral zone, dodges one, can't get past another. And as the University of Arizona touches up, we have a whistle, a penalty being assessed here to the Wildcats. And the Sun Devils, an early chance on the power play forthcoming. Cameron Seymour going to the box there. Not too happy with the call. The Sun Devils have no problem with it, as they'll slow it down on the half wall. 3-on-3 down low. Studioso ties up his man. Still emerging with it, however, is Hall. Wildcats can send that one all the way down the ice. A good start for this penalty killing unit in red. Lackey galloping, finds Tillman across the blue line. He'll put on the brakes. He'll switch it, but that goes right into the gut of the U of A defender. And a nice defensive play by Marchand breaks up an odd man rush. Marchand working the edges. Finds Shaw, drops it to Studioso. Studioso rips it and he scores! Brendan Studioso picks the corner, and Arizona State cashes in on the power play. It's 4-1. Arizona State getting that first goal in their attempt to dig their way out of a 4-goal hole after the first period. An absolute wire of a shot there from Brendan Studioso. Wildcats coming back the other way. That puck deflects up into the netting. The Sun Devil team was down multiple times against the University of Arizona, only down by as many as 2 goals in their game a week ago. Nonetheless, the Sun Devils showing some good resiliency in that game to claw their way back into it and not give up. A Sun Devil team that maybe in prior weeks might not have been able to find the mustard to dig their way back into the game. Hopefully that kind of effort continues tonight. Lackey pushing towards the net. He couldn't corral the pass. Olsen will rip one from the center line. Bivelsick gloves it down. Infield fly rule in effect there, and the Wildcats can just chip that one down the ice. The fresh ice here will allow that puck to go all the way down for an icing. The energy picking up just a little bit here beneath us, as you can hear the players a little more vocal on the bench, just a little more energy, excitement, and a little more determination. Studioso will be the centerman here for this offensive zone draw, going up against Vance for the University of Arizona. Back at the point to Bolt. He waits for some traffic to get in front of the net. That deflected off the stick of Shaw. Plurd picks it up. Down low to Shaw. Shaw can't corral it. Vance is after it. Vance now will skate it ahead. Backhand, forehand. Turnover at the blue line. Shaw still on it. He gets it to Studioso down low. Studioso stops up. He'll protect the puck as he waits for a little bit of help from Braden Shaw. Shaw getting familiar with Matthew Hull down low as Overland slows down Studioso. Studioso to Plurd. Plurd wanted to rip that one short side. He did. Bivelsick was there to make the save. Now pushing it ahead is Myers for the University of Arizona. Across the blue line, Myers. He has Lusby with him. Myers still on it. He'll back up and now swing it back up to the point where he can drop it for Fisher. Fisher couldn't collect it, and he'll throw it down low. Still on it is Fritz. Fritz will swing it all the way to the point, walking it in, throwing one on net. Garber makes the stave off of Fisher. That puck comes in the neutral zone. Lackey Trying to dangle in a phone booth, but it's Wildcats back the other way with speed across the blue line. The shot goes just wide from Fritz. Wildcats pushing back with their own chances here. Plurd, head up, finds Lackey in the middle. Lackey can find Porter. Porter on his weak side tries to go for that upper left corner. Bivelsick up to the task. Tillman lays the body. A chance for him to pick up the puck, but skating it back the other way now is Ziegler. He'll throw one on. Waffle board away by Garber. Ziegler still on it. Back behind the net, Ziegler takes a hard ride. As Josephson was on it, Josephson swaps it with Litwin. Litwin down low, looking for a little bit of help. Bench trying to tell Tillman he had some time there. Tillman elected to just throw it down the ice anyway. No icing on the play. And the Sun Devils can try to chip this one back in and get after it on the forecheck. Both teams weary of the long change during the second period. Sun Devils with possession will get a partial change back behind the play. Phillips on the half wall, touch pass to Schultz. Schultz, the speedster, gets in behind the defense. Schultz to Phillips, he'll blow a tire in the corner. Nobody at the blue line to keep it alive. And now Kruk will go D to D. Marchand goes opposite corner. Tyler Kiley Ram fresh off the bench. He'll get after it. Schultz coming in now. Olsen a little bit of trouble, and with speed the other way, a shot on goal blocked away off the stick of Marquis. Cosden throws that one in front. A save by Garber as that net comes off the moorings. And that's Brody Selman behind the play, letting the Arizona State defense know what he thought about that physical altercation that led to the net coming off. Offensive zone draw here for the Wildcats. Sun Devils win it. On the half wall, taking a hard check for Arizona State was Phillips. Phillips and Schultz both over there. Phillips shakes off a hard check, and he's on it. Kyler Ram now. That puck wobbling a little bit as he wanted to backhand it in the corner. Malco manages to switch that one. Lowell now. Lowell across to Malco. A beautiful pass from Lowell, and Malco couldn't settle that puck down. Otherwise, a great scoring opportunity for him. Olsen back behind the play, getting physical with the U of A forward. At the end of a long shift, Schultz can't stop up with that puck, and he'll look to get a change. Across the blue line, switching it over now. Timor on the puck. Timor goes for another switch, stepping in from the point. Hull has it. Hull looks for the shot, and that one blockered away by Garber again. As the Wildcats continue to try and attack the blocker side of Eric Garber. Plurd will throw that one behind the net, looking for a little bit of help from Shaw. Shaw slows things down. Plurd on it now. Plurd throws it up to Palmer, and his shot goes whistling just wide of the net. Plurd swinging in behind the net. Shaw can't knock the pass down, and the Wildcats push it ahead through the neutral zone. Myers takes a bit of a check. Palmer wants to throw one up to Shaw. He finds him. Sun Devils not quite ready to pounce, and they'll now gain the zone entry. Studioso goes opposite corner. Shaw on his backhand. He wanted Plurd. Plurd wanted to do a quick switch up, and that's a turnover. The Sun Devils luckily get the puck back on an errant pass. Lackey fresh off the bench. He's able to beat out the icing. He forces Bivelsick to come out and play it. He'll just throw it in the corner. Building up speed is Josephson. Across the blue line. He'll rip one wide of the net. Lackey takes a hard ride from two Wildcats. Plurd coming in to help out. Long shift for Plurd. Marchand on now. He soccers it up to himself. Stops up through the middle. Plurd on it now, and he'll just chip it in the corner as he needs desperately to get to the bench and get some fresh legs on. 9:17 left here in the second period. 1 goal so far from Arizona State. Marchand would love to things get cooking and get another goal for the Sun Devils. The University of Arizona continuing to make things challenging for Arizona State. Lackey finds Porter, and that deflection into the corner will end up finding the ceiling here at Oceanside Ice Arena. Sun Devils getting a change back behind the play. As Hosworth steps onto the ice to take a face-off, and he wins it. Jack Hosworth with more than his fair share of games starting on the blue line in an Arizona State sweater, as he seemingly has no problem moving up and down this lineup. Keller lifts a stick. Hosworth comes in to lay a body. Franklin lays a check. The Wildcats still on it. Cosden gets some help from Malco. No one in front there. That puck chipped off the glass, just grazing the ceiling. As things get a little chippy behind the play, picking up is the physicality, but also some of the hi, how you doings, how's school going? As these teams quite familiar with each other in the best and the worst of ways. Sun Devils once again taking advantage of the last change. That kept alive at the blue line by the University of Arizona. They'll throw it down low. Lackey wants to lift a stick and get it out. Giving chase was Malco. And Timor back on it now for the Wildcats. He'll pivot. Timor finds his D partner, Shively, up through the middle. No one there for the Wildcats. And Tillman can tip it in. No icing. Studioso. Porter chases after it. Porter dislodges the puck behind the net. He wanted to throw it in front to Tillman. Tillman will button hook in the corner now. All the way back up to the point. Kruk. He'll throw one off of a foot. Still loose in front. Lackey tries to go top shelf from one knee. Tillman still on it. Porter elects to let that one go. Olsen activates from the point. He'll just throw it behind the net, and Porter had some real estate to make a move to the front of the net. That pass from Olsen a little too hot to handle. Shively now will slow things down for the Wildcats. Back up, push it ahead, and here's Timor. Timor soft pass to the captain Lowell. Lowell couldn't get that in past the linesman. And the Wildcats, who have done a great job tonight with their zone entries, have a chance to get in again. Lowell unconventionally gets it across, run in front, and Vance couldn't get the stick on it. Lowell, a high IQ play once again. Always dangerous on the puck is Lowell. Shaw, after the headman pass, skates it across the blue line. He couldn't get behind the defense. Sun Devils get a partial change behind the play. With speed now, Myers on his strong side, still behind the net. Myers, a little give and go. Up top, he'll swing it all the way across. Having to settle it down is Overland. Overland back up to the point. Pump fake, thrown into the corner now, courtesy of Matthew Hall. Turnover behind the goal line. Into the middle, Carter makes a save, rebound, and they score! Josh Lusby gets his second of the game on the rebound, and the University of Arizona is back up on top by 4. Arizona with some great work here in the second period, slowing down the Arizona State side that had all the momentum after that goal. And once again, some great passing and going to the dirty areas leads to success for the Wildcats. Phillips across the blue line for Arizona State. He'll sidestep the defenseman. He'll slow it down. as he gets pushed up by Chioka. Phillips trying to dig his way out of that bear trap. Kylie Ram's there. That puck will squirt around where he has to chase after it against Fisher. Kylie Ram still on it. Along the half wall, some help now from Phillips. He'll stop up, turn it over to Josephson, and Josephson will throw that one into the ceiling. Frustration evident on the faces of the Arizona State players. Still lots of time remaining in this game. 5 and change here in the middle period. As Damon Porter steps in here for Arizona State. Back up to the point, kept alive, thrown down low. Porter after it. On his backhand. Porter getting a hard ride. He'll get some help from Lackey. Porter will try to swing that one all the way around. Timor lays a body. Push towards the middle of the ice. Porter rips one, blocked away. Lackey in the corner. Lackey shakes off two. Gets it back up to Tillman. He'll have to settle that one down, throw it up and over the net. Nobody there for Arizona State, and an easy zone exit for the Wildcats. Kruk will have to wheel behind his net, loses possession of that for a second. Push ahead now by Porter. Porter up to Tillman. Marchand rips that one, blocked away, and he'll take a tumble into the boards. Fresh puck here from the penalty box. Arizona State will win the draw. Olsen. He'll rip one, gloved by Bivelsick. That puck easily going wide. Bivelsick not wanting to mess around. One of the rare few times that you will see a goaltender rocking a captain's letter on that left side of the chest. Bivelsick rocking an A, as he is unquestionably one of the leaders of this University of Arizona squad. Shaw operating down low, wanted Plurd, but now Lowell will skate it ahead. The captain for Arizona just gains the red line, according to the linesman. Kate Olsen can't get there. The puck bouncing around in front of Garber. Studioso now on his soft side will push that one behind the defense. Lowell giving chase. A body laid back behind the net. No penalty as Lowell skates it the other way. Lowell, a nice toe drag on his backhand, throwing it in front. Olsen was the only one there. The defense for the Wildcats not quite sure what to do with that puck, as they were just trying to get back defensively and not make a play on the puck, as it was a late change for the University of Arizona. The Wildcats still on it. Behind the net now. Galloping around in the offensive zone is Lusby. Lusby with two tonight. He wants that third. And we'll have to wait a little longer as that one goes up into the netting for a stoppage. Looked like a hard collision back behind the net of Bivelsick, as I was unable to get a read on the two players involved in that collision. Luckily, with the power of technology, we can all DVR this game on YouTube and go back and watch it as need be. I'm sure I'll be looking for that play later. A hand pass assessed here for another whistle, as picking himself up was Noah Vance. Vance all smiles, though. Vance will lean in against Hosworth. Two defensemen by trade, at least according to my notes. Might have to make sure I go to the local library and double check on my homework before the next game between these two teams. Up ahead, Skating in is Lusby. He'll drop it. That shot in front. Garber makes the save, unable to collect the rebound, and Arizona State will just have to clear that one in the neutral zone. Chioka elects to dump it in. Garber will come out and play it. Wildcats getting a change behind the play. Fresh off the bench here is Timor. He'll get his head up. A nice headman pass. Vance on it. He'll spin-a-rama, trying to dig it out of his skates. And Timor will slow things down once again here for the Wildcats. Vance on it. Takes a check from Franklin. Franklin chasing after Shively. Shively back on it. Sun Devils changing behind the play. Young steps up to make a check. Hosworth on it now. Will feed Marchand. Marchand sidesteps one. He'll build up some speed across the blue line. Tries to dangle around Shively. Shively, an active stick defensively, will break that up. Giving chase now is Fritz. Fritz in the corner. He'll have to tag up. A delayed offsides here on the University of Arizona. Marchand, a quick headman pass. A great read by Timor, though. He'll skate it in. Timor in the middle. Feeds it over to Fritz. His shot blocked away. 100 seconds and counting remaining here in the middle period. The physicality continues. Marchand behind his own net tries to spin a ram, and that's turned over. As the University of Arizona touches up, we have a whistle. And a good job by the Arizona State bench, yelling from way down the ice, a good 150 feet away, to allow the Wildcats to touch up. As it's an unspoken rule in hockey that a power play that transitions from one period to the next is most likely to be unsuccessful, and the more time the Sun Devils can be afforded on the man advantage here before the end of the second is most likely a positive thing. Studioso will lean in. Shaw gives chase. Studioso after it. He'll try to get it back to the point, and that will split the defense perfectly, and Marchand will have to skate it ahead now from behind his own goal. The ice certainly worn down here in the second period. That pass a little too soft. A 2-on-1 the other way if they hurry for U of A. In front, the touch shot goes just wide. Still on it, shorthanded is Hull. Hull on his backhand into the slot, settling it down. That shot can't quite get it on. And Lackey will skate it the other way. A 3-on-2. Lackey on the wing wants to swing that one through the middle of the ice. And another active stick from the U of A defense will force a stoppage. Tillman will lean in here for Arizona State in the offensive zone draw. Studioso on it now. Studioso will walk it all the way up to the blue line. He'll swing it over to Marchand. Back to Studioso, fakes the shot. Studioso on it again on the give and go from Lackey. Not quite getting all of it there was Studioso. And Bivelsic able to glove that one down nonetheless. Tillman once again looking to get a face-off zone win here. He'll slow it down. Get it back to Lackey. Lackey to Marchand. Studioso wants it. He'll settle it down. Back to Marchand. The puck not settling down here for the Sun Devils. Studioso elects to switch all the way to Lackey. He'll get down shortstop style. Slow it down to Studioso. Pump fakes. Studioso wanted to walk it down low. Marchand keeps it alive. 15 seconds left here in the second period. Down low is Shaw. Shaw sidesteps one, feeds Studioso. 10 remaining on the clock. Marchand at the point, wants a shooting lane, throws it in front. That whistle's just wide. 5 seconds here. Tillman will throw one in front. That also whistles wide. And as that comes out into the neutral zone, the Sun Devils will skate back to the bench and head to the locker room, down again by 4. Arizona State getting the first goal of the second period early on. The Wildcats fighting back and getting their 5th goal of the game. And the Wildcats will confidently skate back to their locker room as they will look to regroup and come out and finish off a big-time road win here in Tempe. The score, once again, 5-1. The University of Arizona leads Arizona State. We'll be back in a quick 15 minutes here on ASU ACHA Hockey YouTube.
Well, I went down to the local arena, asked to see the manager man. He came from his office, said, "Son, can I help you?" Looked at him and said, "Yes, you can." Yeah, I wanna drive the Zamboni. Hey, I wanna drive the Zamboni. Yes, I do. Now, ever since I was young, it's been my dream that I might drive the Zamboni machine. I get that ice just as slick as could be, and all the kids would look up to me. Yeah, I wanna drive the Zamboni. Yeah, I wanna drive the Zamboni. Yes, I do. Now the manager said, "Son, I know it looks keen, but that right there's one expensive machine." And I got Smokey, who's been driving for years. About that time I broke down in tears, 'cause I wanna drive the Zamboni. Yeah, I wanna drive the Zamboni. Yeah, I wanna drive the Zamboni. Yeah, I wanna drive the Zamboni. Yes, I do. All the small things, true care, truth brings. I'll take one lift, your ride, best trip. Always, I know you'll be at my show, watching, waiting, commiserating. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home. Late night, come home, work sucks, I know. She left me roses by the stairs. Surprises let me know she cares. Say it ain't so, I will not go. Turn the lights off, carry me home.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space. And when you're out there without care, yeah, I was out of touch. But it wasn't because I didn't know enough. I just knew too much. Does that make me crazy? Does that make me crazy? but think twice. That's my only advice. Come on now, who do you think you are? Bless your soul. You really think you're in control? Well, I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. My heroes had the heart to lose the lives I wanna live. And all I remember is thinking I wanna be like them. Ever since I was little, it looked like fun. And there's no coincidence.
In this farewell, there's no blood, there's no alibi. 'Cause I've drawn regret from the truth of 1,000 lies. So let mercy come and wash away what I've done. I'll face myself to cross out what I've become. Erase myself and let go of what I've done. Put to rest what you thought of me while I clean this slate with the hands of uncertainty. So let mercy come and wash away what I've done. I'll face myself to cross out what I've become. Erase myself and let go of what
Coming on to the light of day, we got many moons that are deep at play. So I keep an eye on the shadow smile to see what it has to say. You and I both know everything must go away. What do you say? Spinning out letters on my heart, it's like a bitter light in a touch of dark. You got sneak attack from the zodiac that I see off I spot. Keep the
should have known. Ice cold, I freeze up when I see ya. Left you just to find out that I need ya. So far, I wanna pull you closer. I wish we could start the whole thing over. Ever since I left you, I've been trying to get you back, and it keeps getting worse. I'm burning on the inside, and the truth is that I didn't know how good you were until you were gone, 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 until you were gone.
One week removed from madness at the Mullet, and Arizona State returns home tonight after a successful weekend in San Diego. The Sun Devils soaked up the sun and soaked up the Rays. They return home tonight to Oceanside Ice Arena for a rematch with their pesky neighbors from the South. The Sun Devils look to remain red hot as their push for Boston continues. Arizona State takes on the University of Arizona up next on ASU ACHA Hockey U2. Welcome back in, folks, to Oceanside Ice Arena for the third period of tonight's contest between the University of Arizona and the Arizona State Sun Devils. Arizona State will begin this third period on a partial power play, the latter of which they completed during the second period. That puck just avoids scraping the ceiling. Lackey on it now. He'll collect a stick from a U of A defender up between his arms. Shaw behind the net. Lackey will give chase. Digging it out now, the Sun Devils feed it up to Marchand through traffic. Where is it? In front. Braden Shaw digs it out of his skates. Thrown in front again, and the Wildcats can clear it. Marchand skating past the stick, errant on the ice. He manages to avoid tripping, and he'll just clap that one ahead and get it out. Garber thinks about playing it, thinks better. And the D for Arizona State will just look to break it out. Connor Tillman with his head up, gains the red line and dumps it in as he elects to go for a change. Vance for the University of Arizona loses that puck. Schultz up the middle, just missing picking that one up. Schultz a real speedster when you let him get into the straightaway. Turnover maybe at the blue line. Phillips steps in. Phillips trying to ride past the forward. U of A will be able to chip that one out into the neutral zone. Across the line, that one just onside, but Vance giving chase after a long shift. Now he lays a check, and with speed the other way is Lusby. Lusby rips one on and gloved down by Garber. As Lusby, you've seen the hustle in him ever since he got that second goal. 6 goals on the season coming into tonight for Lusby, as he already has a third of his whole total coming into tonight, and he would certainly love himself a hat trick. Phillips will reverse and go pick up the puck for the Sun Devils. Dropping it now to Palmer. Palmer, a defenseman by trade. He's played some forward recently for the Sun Devils. Back on defense tonight, however. He'll upman it to Schultz. Schultz will push it past the defense and get on his horse. Schultz giving chase against Shively. Porter comes in late. He'll chop away at it. Tyler Kiley Ram a chance to keep it in at the blue line. He'll button hook. Throw it in the middle to Schultz. Schultz slows it down. Gives it to the Bolt. He'll rip one. And a defensive stick by Ziegler gets in the way of that shot. And we'll have an offensive zone draw coming up for Arizona State. The active sticks of the Wildcats continue here in this third period. A frustration since the opening shift it has been for Arizona State. Right off the draw, Porter wins it. Tried to make a move to the net. That one goes through the middle. No one there to pick it up. Palmer back at the red line will just rip that one in the corner. Tillman gives chase. Couldn't quite pick up that D-to-D switch. And now skating ahead is Josephson. He'll gain the center line and just dump it in. Garber will slow it down. Palmer up the half wall. Tillman spins around, finds Porter. Another good defensive stick, that time by the forward, Marquis. And the Wildcats will skate it back the other way. Hull comes in. He'll rip one, and this time it's DeBolt who will get his stick on the shot. Arizona State just looking for anything to get themselves back into this game, as this has been a road masterclass so far tonight by the University of Arizona. They came in, there wasn't much of a storm to weather early, but credit to them, they kept the pace of play and matched whatever Arizona State had before firmly planting their feet in this one and finding their game. Franklin behind his own net. That up pass just missing the mark, courtesy of Preston Stafford. A new face here on the blue line for the Sun Devils. Marchand will go all the way back into the corner. That puck zipping by him. He'll lay a hard body. Getting the worst of that was Brody Selman. And now Franklin can gain the blue line and chip it in. Franklin behind the defense. He'll be the first one there. No reinforcements, however, as the Sun Devils still finishing up a change. Shaw, touch pass to Marchand. And he'll just dump it in. The Sun Devils right now just electing to dump and chase. A much different game than we've seen from the University of Arizona. They've come in tonight and they've looked sharp. No bust legs whatsoever for the Wildcats. Their zone entries have been very crisp, as that has played a key part in them establishing the pace of play and getting out to an early lead. That puck will be deflected. No icing on the play. Olsen will absorb a check. He'll throw it around. Picked up and thrown in front. No one there for Myers. Myers still on it. He'll get some help from Vance. Studioso chips it up. Activating from the point is Fisher. Fisher elects to go behind the goal. He'll try to make a move to the front. Loses possession. Still on it now, Fisher. Looks for the drop pass. Poked away by Shaw. One-on-one. Shaw against Fisher. Shaw pretty tired at the end of a long shift. He'll push it in behind the net and make a beeline for the bench. Olsen gets his head up to Kruk. Kruk a headman pass now to Schultz. Schultz looks for the drop. Pass coming in late was Olsen. Couldn't get there. With speed the other way now. Lowell. Lowell trying to make a move around the defense. Lowell wanted to sweep all the way out and around Kruk. And Kruk a good job poking that puck away. Schultz in the corner. Phillips comes in to help him out. Phillips gets knocked down. And the Wildcats will chip this one out and skate it ahead. Lowell now on his strong side. Gains the blue line. He'll look to throw one in front. A little bit of a shot pass there. And the Wildcats still on it. A tight turn by Selman. Loses possession of the puck, but Timor will keep it alive. Timor at the point. Will walk it in the middle of the ice and just throw one on. Garber will get that one in the bread basket and hold on. The University of Arizona leading in the shot clock as well tonight, as they have 28 shots on goal. Arizona State up to 20 at this point. We saw a lot more rubber make its way to the net a week ago at Mullet for both of these teams. And we know the Sun Devils seem to play their best when they can get a high volume of shots on net. The University of Arizona, meanwhile, last week and tonight as well, really showing their finishing prowess. As when they get themselves a good chance, they are not afraid to put it away. With speed is Josephson. He'll elect to try to rip one. DeBolt blocks it. No worse for the Wares. DeBolt. Still on it in the corners, Fritz. He takes a hard check, and Porter will come in. Porter forks that one up ahead to Lackey, just out of his reach. DeBolt can keep it alive at the blue line. Lackey blows a tire, however. And the Wildcats get a chance now to dump it in and go for a change. Lackey maybe needing to sharpen up those edges just a touch. A near turnover right in the middle of the ice. Jacob Cosden had massive eyes there as he thought he had a chance to bring that one all the way in on a possible breakaway. And the University of Arizona are definitely going to be getting their money's worth for their bus rental this week, as they're playing tonight on the 8th, and only 2 nights from now, Friday night, they will be in action once again, as they have to travel all the way up to Las Vegas and play UNLV, one of the powerhouses in the ACHA. They'll play them Friday and Saturday night. Vance can't gain the center of the ice, and Studioso will chop that one away. Marchand elects to reverse it behind his own net. First pass doesn't go, but the second pass from Stafford gets it ahead. Studioso loses possession. Studioso, the frustration evident in his body language tonight. Certainly not the same game that he had a week ago. Marchand off the half wall to Plurd. Plurd will push it up. That puck in the gray area between the Sun Devil and U of A bench. Studioso steps in now. A near turnover in the slot. And Vance back on it for the Wildcats. Vance stops up at the blue line. He'll feed Myers. That puck thrown in front. Garber not exactly sure where it is. And he'll get the stoppage. The linesman doing a favor to the U of A bench as he'll return a loose twig. Invaluable those sticks are nowadays, as I myself am saving up a little bit on my next paycheck before I can go and get a brand new composite stick, as those can go for quite a high retail price nowadays. Might have to take a page out of the book of NHL legend Dustin Byfuglien, as he was one of the last remaining players who made a name for himself getting a two-piece stick. Sun Devils right now could use a two-piece spurt of offense just to try to climb back into this one. And with their top line on the ice, we'll have to see what Austin Klein's group can get going. That will go all the way back behind the net for an icing and an offensive zone face-off forthcoming for Arizona State. The University of Arizona forced to keep their tired group on the ice. You can see them bent over at the waist. A fresh group of skaters on for Arizona State, and this is a chance where you would want to take advantage. However, it's the Wildcats who are pushing the other way with speed. That was Lowell, the captain, as Lowell will lay a body in the neutral zone and then go to the bench. A complete game tonight so far for the captain, Jesse Lowell, for the Wildcats. Studioso in front of his own bench on his backhand. He'll skate past Fritz, down low, throws it in front, and Bivelsick will come out and cover it. The first time we've had to call his name in quite a while tonight. As the action has been few and far between in front of him in this third period, the Sun Devils needing to come out with something special out of the gate. So far, unable to find it. That one through traffic, nearly found the top corner from Palmer. Maybe the best chance of this third period for Arizona State. Young will drop it to Palmer. The aforementioned defenseman trying to weave his way through the neutral zone. Hosworth feeds Keller. Keller through the middle, wanted a deep pass three. Couldn't get there. But now the Sun Devils will look to chip it back in. That one catches the glass next to the University of Arizona bench. Crowd sticking with it tonight. Still looks to be here in full force. Arizona State students, of course, free entry to tonight's game with their student ID, as they've been moving their way around the ice. Always trying to post up right in front of Bivelsick, the goaltender for the University of Arizona. Hosworth lays a check behind the play on Hedgecoke. Back on it now is Hosworth. He can't collect it. Hedgecoke at the blue line. Elects to send it down low to Cosden. Giving chases Marquis. Franklin for Arizona State slows it down. And now it's Palmer. Palmer gallops through the neutral zone. Keller will backhand it in the corner. Why Palmer, first one after there. He'll lay a soft check. Palmer digs it out. Reverses. Throws one across, Plurd fresh off the bench, a little late getting there. Another second gone by, and he might have been in prime position for a one-timer. Plurd making his way to the net. Bivelsick, Johnny Bowers that all the way up the middle through traffic. Will it settle down? Studioso swings and misses. Marchand at the point will walk it in. Swing to his left, still on it. He'll deke between his legs. Around behind the net, Marchand still on it. And U of A will touch it up. A penalty coming here to the Wildcats. And a big opportunity in the latter half of this third period for Arizona State. A 2-minute man advantage. As Hedgecote goes to the box, 2 minutes for slashing. And ironically enough, a rare instance where his stick was the one that broke. A one-timer from Tillman. He didn't get full wood on it. Goes whistling just wide. Studios on his backhand. On the half wall finds Marchand. Marchand up to Tillman. Back to Marchand. He switches spots. Lackey will back up to the blue line. Lackey wanted to go through the middle. Tillman gloves it down. Studioso back up to Tillman. The Sun Devils working on the peripheral right now. Marchand wants to get a shot off. And guess who? Jesse Lowell blocking that one. The captain and leading point getter out here leading the way by example, shorthanded for the Wildcats. As both teams dig away on the half wall. Marchand takes a hard ride. Braden Shaw now gives a check of his own. Braden Shaw and Matt Hull getting into it. Marchand now activates and feeds it to Studioso. Studioso will swing all the way around. In front, deflected, just wide, thrown back up in the middle through the slot. Tillman on it, he'll rip one, blocked away by Ziegler, and the Wildcats can clear. Garber gets a quick up pass, trying to catch the Wildcats changing. That takes a fine deflection in front. Clayton Lackey can't settle it down. Lackey still on it. He'll swing it all the way up on his strong side. Lackey on the forehand. He'll button hook, keeps it in. Marchand elects to pass to Plurd. Lackey changing behind the play. It's 4-on-4 temporarily. 20 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Arizona State. Plurd swings in. Plurd and Studioso. They'll dig it out. Marchand goes high to low. Plurd back Studioso. One-timer through traffic loose in front of the net. Stepping in is Cade Olson. He can't get there. And the Wildcats once again get the clear. The best chances of the third period here for Arizona State on the man advantage. And Bivelsick and the penalty killers for the Wildcats up to the task. Kylie Ram does a head count on the ice as we're back to 5-on-5. Took his eye off the puck temporarily, and the Wildcats afforded the chance to chip it in. Olsen finds Kylie Ram. Through the middle to Schultz with speed. Schultz shoots one. Bivelsick didn't have it secured as he looked back wondering where it went. That puck trickled just past the net. Thrown in front, loose, and the Sun Devils will clear that one back to the neutral zone. Some great chances on the power play and a great chance for Schultz in front of the net there for the Sun Devils as their group still trying to get a second goal. Most precious commodity in this game is time, and it continues to tick away. Waffle boarded in the corner by Garber. Settled down by Schultz. He'll elect to reverse it to Olsen. Olsen very tired. He would love to get to the bench for a change. The Sun Devils turning over at their own blue line. They'll make that hard for Cade Olsen. He'll have to lay a check. A great job by him to get that puck back from Josephson. Kruk on it now. We'll slow it down. He'll feed it up to Tillman. Tillman gets past three single-handedly. On his weak side, Tillman throws it in front. Deflection. Bivelsick was moving to his left. That puck came back to the right. Luckily, it went wide of the net. Sun Devils changing back behind the play. Working behind the net, trying to get a wraparound as Porter. Bivelsick sealing that. Lackey on it. He'll elect to get saucy. Back to Tillman. He'll rip one, and he scores! Connor Tillman with a wicked wrister. That gets past Bivelsick, and it's 5-2. Sun Devils getting just what the doctor ordered, an even strength goal from their top line. And once again, time ticking away seemingly faster and faster in this third period. The Sun Devils maybe a last chance opportunity as they still have a chance in this game. A tall ask for them though, 3 goals in the next 4 minutes and change. Maybe something here as Shaw creates a turnover. He'll feed Studioso. That puck bouncing. Studioso wanted the shot. Elects to go down low. Shaw couldn't collect the pass, and skating it ahead now is Malco. He'll gain the red line, just throw it on to Garber. Garber center fields that one down. And Young will push it ahead for Arizona State. Young takes a hard check, and coming right back the other way with speed is Malco. The toe drag, the shot ripped just wide. Malco trying to knock it down. He'll wait for Selman to tag up. Malco across the blue line. The puck dislodged. Young the other way. He'll gain the red line, chip it in off of the bucket of Porter. Lackey through his legs, couldn't keep it alive. Tillman back on the ice. The top line for Arizona State getting double shifted here. No surprise as Austin Klein senses the urgency. The head coach pushing to get his troops to give everything they've got to get back in this game. Marchand will throw that one in. Bivelsick looking around behind his net, and the Wildcats can chip it out. Tillman to Marchand, and he'll sauce one over to Lackey. That errant pass, and now thrown all the way up. A little lob wedge in behind the defense, and ripping a shot was Sam Myers. That one goes high and wide. Lackey now can skate the other way with Tillman. Tillman to the net. Lackey wrists one right into the big red and blue A on the chest of Bivelsick, and he'll cover up. Arizona State will elect to call their one and only timeout tonight. Sun Devils going back to the bench with 2:24 left to talk things over. Face-off forthcoming after both teams decided to take a quick breather. Talk things over. Will be to the left of Nolan Bivelsick. Bivelsick looking to collect his 9th win on the season and his 4th win versus Arizona State. If the Wildcats can hold on, we might have to start calling Bivelsick the kryptonite to the Sun Devils. Offensive zone draw, won by Arizona State. Marchand at the point. Delays, his shot can't get through. On the half wall, skating it ahead now for the University of Arizona's Hull. Knocked away, Plurd on it, he'll slow it down. Studioso steps in, Studioso past one. Deeks nicely past two. He'll switch it all the way over. James in front, in the feet of Shaw, otherwise he has a chance to rip one from the high slot. That puck chipped out, played with a high touch. It looked pretty high from up here in the press box as I was just about at eye level with that one. Nonetheless, no call by the referee, and we continue. 100 seconds remaining in this game. And we have a penalty assessed here to Arizona State. And sitting down for 2 minutes, number 29, Preston Stafford. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike, a rare call, as I don't think he was too happy with something back behind the play. And down at this point of the game, the referees just doing their best between two arch rivals to try to keep as much peace as is reasonably possible. Walking it in is Myers on the half wall. He'll push it back up to Chioka. Down low, Olsen will get it, and he'll rip it down the ice. First one there is Schultz. Bivelsick trying to get cute with it. He comes way out of his net to play the puck. A little bit of chicken there between Bivelsick and Schultz. Bivelsick gets lucky. Selman the other way. Rather, Myers across the blue line. He wanted to deke the defense. Could not. Timor back on it. Timor over to Chioka. To Myers out of his feet. He'll rip one, and Garber will glove it down and then cover it up. With 53 left here in the third. Sun Devils begrudgingly will skate back out onto the ice as they know what is imminent in the next 53 seconds. Unable to clear it, kept alive by the Wildcats. Fisher along the half wall. He'll just drop it back to number 14, Jarrett Overland. The Wildcats gain entry now. Ziegler feeds it back up to Overland. Overland to Fisher. Down low to Ziegler. First pass doesn't go. Second one does. At the point, Fisher, a touch pass. The one-timer saved by Garber. Studioso on it now. Studioso will just chip that one down the ice through the neutral zone. Skating it ahead is Malco. Malco down the wing, drops it back to the point. Kept in by Fisher, and with the final few seconds here about to tick off, Fisher will throw one more shot on net. Garber will glove it down, and the final horn will sound here tonight. The Wildcats get a big win here as they go and mob their goalie. Bivelsick getting another victory. And with that one, we will go ahead and bring it up into the press box. Niall Cooper here to talk you through this one more time, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And sticking through this one, it was a very cagey affair early on between these two teams, the University of Arizona and the Arizona State Wildcats, as both teams now will shake hands at center ice. We love the sportsmanship at the end of this game. The University of Arizona showing no bust legs whatsoever. They come into this game right out of the get-go as they took the pace to Arizona State. Bivelsick made some key early saves, and they weathered the storm. 3 keys to any road win, and the University of Arizona Wildcats really coming out tonight and displaying everything that they needed to beat Arizona State. These teams very close in ranking coming into tonight's game. Arizona State maintaining the number 19 rank just behind Stony Brook. The University of Arizona, meanwhile, dropping after last week's affair at Mullet to number 16. Both of these teams very close and may very well at the end of the season come down and be neck and neck for one of the final spots to nationals in Boston. Arizona State opened this year with a long winning streak and then went on a long losing streak before they got to 500. The Sun Devils trying to climb back out of that hole, and ironically enough tonight in a hole of their own against the University of Arizona, down 4-0 early, and that was just too much for them to overcome as the Wildcats doing a great job to finish this one off. Our player of the game tonight is going to be the captain for the University of Arizona, number 18, Lowell. Lowell had a great game all over the ice for the University of Arizona. Several points tonight, beautiful passes, great zone entries, and even blocking shots shorthanded. Everything you can ask from your captain and then some. He led the way by example tonight for the University of Arizona Wildcats, and he is our player of the game. Many deserving players, I think, for the University of Arizona as they skate out on top tonight. And before we say goodbye, folks, we want to thank all of you for tuning in, and we would also like to thank a few special people that make this broadcast possible each and every night. Our cameraman tonight was the one and only Alex Robb. A great job for him in his first debut behind the lens. Our on-site engineer tonight was a combination of early on we had Josh Lachaud, and then afterwards we had the impeccable George Tanner. Great job, gentlemen, as always. Our statistician tonight was the one and only Sharon Cooper, and our studio producer back at Network Central was the one and only Zoltar Manifesto. Folks, thanks again for tuning in so much tonight, and I'll remind you of the final score one last time. The University of Arizona 5, the Arizona State Sun Devils 2. We look forward to our next broadcast on ASU ACHA Hockey YouTube, and until then, so long from Oceanside Ice Arena.